Oh, crikey. Thank Christ I'm out of there. Alright, let's get out of here. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 6 of the World Tour at Sport Boys in Peru. And we are back after a little bit of a break in the game since yesterday with the World Cups going on. We'll have a look at how that's getting on in just a second. We're into the semi-final stage. So, yeah, we'll have a look at that in just a second. But since last episode, we have had a couple of games here. Now, first up, we played Cantolo. This is the team we've actually stolen their goalkeeper for next season. You can see here, I'm just trying to read my notes. I'll just put it in front of me. It's much easier for everyone then, isn't it? Right, this game here. So we had moments in this game where we looked like we could potentially score a goal, but just there was passes that were going astray. And basically, we weren't really good enough, and we lost 2-0. You can see there. They had more of the game. They had the better players. We can't really complain about that one. But Salinas, will see you in August, mate, because you have already signed for us. There's nothing you can do about that now. Then we played Arachuocoho. Now, given that we've only scored a couple of goals here, there's not going to be goals of the month. But what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at this game, because we did score a couple of good ones. It was a tight game. And it didn't really look like there was going to be a goal. It says you can see they had 15 shots. None of them were really on target. And then this happened. What a strike from Karuga. Unlucky it didn't go in, or else we would have had goal of the season. But Castro was there to tap it in. And then that was the 77th minute. Then just right at the end to finish it off. This was a nice little worked goal, this one. Angia plays it back for Fernandez. And that is our two right-sided players linking up in a really, really good goal to give us a 2-0 win. But yeah, as I said, you can see there, they had much more of the game. So they had a lot of shots on goal, a bit more of the game. But yeah, 2 moments of brilliance. One in a goal, one in an assist, and we got the result there. Then we played Municipal. And this was a scrappy game, to be fair. Emerson got both goals. There were 2 really, really scrappy goals. Not even clean headers from corners, just like scrappy goals from corners. They scored an absolute worldie. But our 2 scrappy goals cancelled out their worldie, and we won the game 2-1, a little bit fortunately perhaps, but it was a relatively even game again. As you can see, shots on target, we definitely had more of those. Though to be fair, of those 7 shots on target, probably 4 of them were from the 2 scrambles from corners that we ended up scoring from. So today we're going to play I'll be Real, wouldn't it? Garcilaso, and we're going to play Sporting Cristal. Now they are, I think they're one of the power boys, the big boys in Peruvian football. If we have a look at the league table, we will see here that we're sitting up in 5th right now. Now, there's sort of games in here. It's very uneven, the amount of games that teams have played. But, I mean, Union Comercial, now we beat them twice in this Torneo thing. They're sitting top of the table right now. It doesn't seem to make too much sense how this works. Our 2 wins, just as a heads up, have been against the bottom 2 teams in the league table. So let's not get too carried away here. But our other win was against Municipal, who are sitting just behind us. So I don't know what to make of the season so far, but we're sitting up there in 5th, which is really, really good. We'll get a good sense this time, because Real are up there in 3rd, and Sporting Cristal, it says they're 10th. They've only played 4 games, though, so potentially, they could easily end up joint top if they go and win their games. Now, let's have a look at this FIFA World Cup. Here we are in the semi-final stage, as I said, and look at this. It's Brazil, England in one semi-final, Italy, Ivory Coast in the other. Now let's have a look at how this played out. Now this was the 48-team World Cup. Now, I was kind of following it out of curiosity. You can see here, the group stages, I'll be honest, I like them. There was no real big gun that went out, maybe Nigeria, but in the group that they're in there, South Korea went out instead of Dominican Republic. I don't even know where that came from. Instead of DR Congo. Cape Verde went out, Australia went out. That really hurt my heart. Canada went out in their hosting World Cup debut. Although they've made a World Cup before, but they were hosting the World Cup. Burkina Faso, Iran. It wasn't a good one for Asian countries, I'll be honest. Egypt went out in what had to be the group of death, I think. Denmark, Colombia, and Egypt. Mali went out for Uzbekistan. Ivory Coast, Portugal, and Japan, another group of death there. Peru, our team that we're currently in, they went out as well to Wales. Qatar and Jamaica went out. The group stage, to be honest, I liked it, because there was the last group game that everybody still had a chance of progressing. I liked it. This is where this tournament's going to get long and protracted and a little bit drawn out. Is just the extra. I mean, that's way too many teams for a knockout round, isn't it? It looks like the Europa League qualifying. But Cameroon beat USA. You can see all the results there. Spain beat Sweden. Italy beat the Congo. Costa Rica went out to Germany. You can see all the results there. Argentina beat Senegal, and so on and so forth. England got a bit of a revenge 8 years later in game time over Croatia 5-2. The big one here, I think, was France and Belgium. But yeah, there was no real shock, I don't think, of the teams that went out there. The third round, Germany beat Cameroon. Italy beat Spain 3-2 in a bit of a classic. Argentina knocked out Norway. Brazil knocked out Ukraine. Venezuela knocked out Colombia. That would have been tasty, wouldn't it? England knocked out Uzbekistan. France knocked out Portugal. And Ivory Coast knocked out Uruguay 4-0, though. Would have been a bit of a surprise. Then I guess this is where, if this happens in real life, this is where the tournament's going to start and kick off again, I think, is when you get to the quarterfinal stage. You can see Brazil, bit of revenge in a quarterfinal, or well, it was a semi-final they got smashed, wasn't it? But they've beaten Germany on penalties. Italy beat Argentina. Ivory Coast beat Venezuela in that sort of the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity quarterfinal there, wasn't it? And England beat France. So England they've beaten some teams getting through to the semi-finals. So we'll keep an eye on it this episode, see how it ends up. But that is where we're at right now. So let's have a look at the team we're sending out to face Real Garlic. And this is it. Getting back towards our strongest team. Now, the one injury news we have to report here, there's a couple actually. Onkoi is out for 2 months. Not ideal. He was our anchor man, of course. Karuga is on a leave of absence. He was getting homesick. He wanted to leave. He should be back relatively soon, 18th of July. Luckily, he came to me saying he was homesick just as the World Cup was starting. So I said, go away, get that out of your system, and hopefully he'll come back. But if he doesn't, to be honest, he's 32. We'll keep him for this year, and then we'll ship him out. He's a foreign player. We should be able to replace him relatively well. But the big one, Vasco Fry is out for 6 weeks, 2 to 6 weeks. So maybe we'll come back a little bit sooner. But that hurts just because now we've got a bit of a no-name playing left wing. But let's have a look at the team. It's Acosta in goal. It's Cosio, Mosquera, Emerson, and Andia as a back four. Avocado in the anchorman role. Goiven's back fit. He goes with Mongolan in midfield with Karuga not available. Perez and Armesta here. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played really. He's decent enough physically. He can dribble. That's about it, really. And Castro, he continues up top. All right, so we can see the way they're lining up. A little bit more defensive, perhaps, than we are. Yeah, I'm still kind of sussing out the league, to be honest, and exactly where we're going to stand in it. What do we say to this? We are at home. We aren't the favourites. Let's go out there and give the fans their money's worth. Some calm, we have faith. And out we go. And let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I mean, the game against Municipal, there were scrappy goals. We don't always look the best when we try and pass the ball. Passes tend to sort of not go to feet, which is a bit of a problem. We're not a beautiful team by any means. All right, here we go. Castro over a free kick. It's all decent enough, but just over the bar. What I'm trying to get us to be is solid. And we do ride our luck a little bit sometimes. Goiven with a decent tackle there, and that's just past the post. Yeah, so if we can be solid, then, we're always in games, and, we might be able to nick something. Here's Andy up. We've got the good centre-backs. Emerson! Oh, it's got in, Emerson! Third goal of the year. He's third in 2 games, as a matter of fact, and suddenly Emerson is settling in. Our big German is just getting the job done. Excellent, excellent stuff. Let's have a look at this. Comes in. He was not going to be denied there. So you look at him giving it to the crowd as well. Get in there, Emerson. Alright, well, I just gave them a get creative shout, so that's a problem. That's alright. Contracts are up. We're sort of in that 6-month window now to contracts expiring. Castro with a decent... Oh, Castro! That's an absolute worldie from the edge of the area. A free kick, and he's bent it around the wall and just past the keeper in at the near post. Let's have another look at this. Oh, look at the bend on that. I mean, the keeper was kind of there, but I think the fact that it bounced and then overhand, you see that happen, don't you, in real life. So I think it maybe not animated the best there, but that is an absolute belting free kick from Orlando Castro. We'll see that again in goal of the season, I'm sure, at the end of this year. So that's suddenly 2-0, and they're turning it on for you here, guys. All right, let's see if we can keep our heads here, please. Cross comes in, back post, and there it is, 2-1. It's a little bit disappointing. Let's show some passion. I'm wondering, what the analyst report said that they score a lot of their goals from crosses, Exhibit A, and from short passes. So I'm wondering if we're staying really compact to try and eliminate the short passes. I'm wondering if we maybe need to push up a little bit higher to try and eliminate the crossing as a sort of that sort of situation. I mean, that was pretty much their only real highlights so far, headed away there from Cosio, blocked again. It's easy to react to just the highlights, I think, but you know, we're sort of 38 minutes in here, and we haven't seen too much of them so far. You can see the short passing, that's just past the post as well. I'm starting to wonder here if we need to hold a higher line in the second half, perhaps. Our left winger isn't particularly playing well. He's looking nervous. Here's Castro. Can he do it again? Castro! Oh, I don't know what base of the post that looked like. Castro's looking like a decent free kick taker all of a sudden. He hasn't had much of a chance because Karuga's been taking them all, but he's looked decent, hasn't he? So 2-1 at the break. I would have taken that. We haven't even played that well. But that's kind of, as I said, that's kind of our thing right now, is not playing well and just getting scrappy goals. It's going to have to be an assertive, don't get complacent. Because like I said, we haven't actually played that well. Tell the midfield here, they need to get control of this game, I think, don't they? They could be the difference makers here for us. Andia, tell him to watch his step. We do have Fernandez on the bench as well, so we can always look to use him if we need to. Otherwise, I think that's okay. Armista, he's nervous. He's not playing particularly well, but he's not the worst player by any means. We haven't seen him, so maybe, you know, he's just gone missing out there a little bit. Let's try some encouragement here. Apprehensive and nervous players, don't like that. Castro again. Can he get another bit of a worldie? Oh, it's Emerson! Emerson is free scoring. 4 goals. He's our top goal scorer. Oh, no, he's not Perez. But in the league, he's our top goal scorer. And Emerson is just absolutely on fire right now. He's done well to stay on side. It's very easy to find yourself offside there. Did his best to hit it straight at the keeper, but that is absolutely amazing. I cannot believe... When I signed Emerson, goal scoring wasn't really what I had in mind. I mean, I thought he'd nick a couple. I mean, he's a good, solid, strong defender. So you want those sorts of guys to get a couple of goals here and there from set pieces. But I certainly wasn't expecting 4 and 2. That is just ridiculous. All right, do we now look to play that higher line? Oh, they've done it again. They've done the exact same thing again. I mean, I'm wondering, because they're running past us. I'm actually wondering if we need to have a deeper line. Let's have a look at this here. So this is Andia. He's just let him run past, has he? I mean, he's not even close to him, is he? All right, let's see if we can go tell him to man mark, because I'm pretty sure that's Blanco's second goal. So we will do that. We might as well do the same thing on the other side, to be honest. Just try and prevent them from. Oh, no, did Carrillo get their first one? I can't remember who got their first goal now. All right, we're going to take Armister off. He's not match fit in any case, so we don't lose too much by doing that. This guy hasn't been great when we played him. Our other left winger, whose name it's like starts with H and is about 1 million letters long. He has an injury as well, I believe. Let's try some praise here. We're doing okay. Now, who was it that got their first goal? Oh, I missed it again. All right, wait, is that Emerson? No, Cosio got the header out. Ball comes back in. Oh, what a strike that is. Canete ties it up. And as you can see, defense still isn't necessarily our strongest point here. I was hoping... I mean, it was the only criticism... That's a really good effort, isn't it? I can't blame them for that. The only thing maybe is that Perez maybe has to get more on his header and get it over that guy. But otherwise, I don't think I can blame him too much. Goiven's not having his best game. We'll bring on Miguel Martinez for him. And I don't want to make this final sub just yet. I want to try and keep it up our sleeves if I can. Alright, at this point, we'll just kind of be happy to hang on for a draw, I think. They're looking apprehensive. We are... Yeah, we're starting to look like we're hanging on here, aren't we? Get out to that. It's blocked. It's still there for us, though. Oh, no. Away. Emerson's there. It's still there. We're going to have to push up. We're going to have to play a higher line here. Andy has done really, really well there. All right, Miguel, well, don't let it go for a corner. Jesus. All right, can we launch a counterattack on the back of this? Was that the highlight? No, it wasn't, but he's coming straight back at us. Antia is not... I don't know what he's doing. What is he doing? Oh. I don't know what Andy is doing. Have they changed formation? Is that what's happened? And we've confused him. What are you doing, mate? Your left winger. Let's leave him for the centre backs. Yeah, they have changed formation because that's, I'm pretty sure, the guy I told him to go mark. Yeah, they have too. That's why I don't necessarily like telling him to man mark the fullbacks like that, because they've changed formation and he's marking a striker. Oh, you got me. You've got me. Well done, team. All right. We'll bring on this guy for Avocado. Push him up. We'll try him in the Patrick role. We'll need someone to be a little bit more responsible in there, and we won't play you as a playmaker, perhaps. And what else do we want to do here? We go this high line. We'll try and close them down. We'll get stuck in. We might counter press as well. Well, I mean, really, we've got nothing to lose now, do we? We'll be more expressive while we're at it. Alright, let's hope we can get something out of this game. Oh, it was going so well. We've thrown away a 3-1 lead. Let's try a show some passion, perhaps. We have been looking relatively solid for whatever reason. I mean, the change in their formation has kind of messed us up a little bit there. I didn't see that, and we've paid the price, haven't we? This is it. Really, really disappointing. I mean, the positives: Castro's done quite well. Emerson's looking an absolute steal right now. Perez has been quiet again. We didn't really have anybody controlling a game in midfield. It's a good tackle there from Cosio. I mean, there are sort of positives there, aren't there? But it wasn't great. I mean, it was disappointing, especially the don't get complacent. I think we've got complacent there. Not necessarily after half time, but at 3-1, I think we have definitely clocked off a little bit there. Emerson was amazing. What are we doing here? What am I doing? I've wasted a little time bringing new faces to... I haven't spent that much money, have I? Of 140, but that's for the goalkeeper that's coming in. Anyway, wait right there, guys. We'll be back for Sporting Cristal. Alright, welcome back. We're at home to Sporting Cristal. This is another rivalry according to the press conference before the game. So, see what we can do here. You can see we're still sitting there in 5th with games in hand on those above us. Sporting Cristal, as I said, they've only played 4 games, 7 points, so then they're a strong team still. And they could go with, or they'd actually probably leapfrog us, wouldn't they, on goal difference if they were to beat us here. Now let's have a quick update on the World Cup. And, oh, what have I hit there? I wanted to go that one. No, I didn't. I wanted to go this one. There we go. And we can see it's not good news for England. They've been knocked out by Brazil 3-1 in the semi-finals. Have a quick glance at exactly what happened here. If we can, please, game. There we go. So Declan Rice, topical. He got England's goal. And that was drew him level at the time, but late goals. 2 goals from Garcilaso and 1 from Fabinho. Got the job done. Dele Alli got himself sent off. Looks like England had get stuck in on, judging by that. And yeah, it just about looks like a deserved win, that one for Brazil, doesn't it? So unfortunate for England. So it will be Brazil against either Italy or the Ivory Coast in the final. But let's have a look at the team we're sending out to play Sporting Cristal. And we will see. We're pretty much going with the same team. In fact, I think we are going with the same team. This is the Wednesday, so we've come sort of Saturday, Wednesday, and then there's another game on the weekend. My plan is just to go with the strongest team for this one, and then we'll rest till we have to rest in the next one. So it's Acosta in goal. It's Cosio, Mosquera, Emerson, and Andia. Avocado, Guaven, and Mongolan in midfield with Perez. We've had a word to him about his form. His form has really dropped off sort of the second, towards the end of the Torneo thing and the start of this league campaign. He's been stuck on 9 goals for a long time now, and Castro's almost caught him. We're going to give Armister here another game, see how he goes, and then we have Castro up top again as well. You will notice there was one change on the bench. I've brought De La Cruz on. We have 2 strikers / inside forwards on the bench now. So if Armistead doesn't come off, I am going to try an inside forward over there and just see if getting someone in there closer to Castro will work. We can see the way that they're lining up. This is Cosio's former club, of course, our left back. So big game for him. What do we say? Let's try going with a bit of passion. Let's give the fans a performance. It is a derby. We are at home. You'd like to think we can pull something out of the hat here, a little bit special. And here we go. Yeah, like I say, hopefully we'll put on a performance here. I mean, given where they are in the league and their stature in Peruvian football, a draw I don't think would be a terrible result, especially given, what happened last game. If we can attack like that, we know Emerson is always, he's just got a goal in him now. He's got a goal in him. If we can sort of play, I almost should play for set pieces on, to be honest, and just sort of see what we can do from that, and just let Emerson do the job for us. Corner comes in, away, easily claimed by Acosta. That's good stuff. Can we launch a counter attack here? The one thing I did change tactically was I've put it to play out from the back instead of distribute to the flanks. I might instantly be forced to regret that here. I think I have been. Oh no, Mongolan's picked that up. Armistead goes early for Castro. Can he get onto that? He's going to. Can he get a finish? Castro! Oh, good save from their keeper. And we don't even get a corner from it. That's the disappointing thing, because that means we can't get Emerson up there. I didn't particularly like how they put pressure on us trying to get that out. Corner comes in again. Acosta can't get to that one, but it's over the top. It doesn't particularly matter. The thing is that Mosquera is he's a ball playing centre back. He's not bad on the ball. Emerson is passing of 9 as well, so they should be fine to play out from the back. That shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, just got to be a little bit careful. And if the other teams are going to start pressing us, then it may not be worth the risk. Another Sporting Cristal highlight. Acosta's come for it. He hasn't got it. And Andreas Silva has put them ahead right on the stroke. Look at that. It's literally the last thing that happened before halftime. He's come for. He's just missed it. It's just a flap in the breeze. And should our defenders have done more? Possibly. But when your goalkeeper calls, assuming that he did, you do kind of just expect him to do something and not just wave it past. Alright, we're going to be aggressive here. We're going to expect to see much better in the second half. We didn't really, just that one, I guess you'd call it a chance for Acosta. I mean, it was a tight angle. It was just a bit of a hack forward. I'm not loving Armistead, I'm honest. He's looking nervous again. We'll give him 5 minutes here, see if anything can come of him. Are we exploiting the flanks right now? We are, and we're not really doing anything when as doing that, are we? We'll give a demand more, and then we'll see what's going to happen here. Castro hasn't had his best game either, but he hasn't really done anything. He's just had that one chance, which he drew a save from the keeper, which is fine, really. I mean, Armistead isn't playing badly, so I don't really see a need to necessarily take him off. If anyone needs to go, it's Perez, isn't it? Because he's not playing well. Alright, Mongolan is not at his best. We're going to bring on a more attacking midfielder for him. We're going to... It almost seems wrong to take Perez off, doesn't it? But he's not playing well. And we'll leave Castro for now. What we are going to do here, though, is we are going to change formation. Potentially open ourselves up here. We're going to put an attacking midfielder in there. Move Avocado up into midfield a little bit more. We really need a defensively minded player in there, don't we? Is he a playmaker? I mean, he's not a playmaker, is he? Alright. And we'll go an inside forward. I want to give this De La Cruz guy a game. Because the reason is Cantoro is a foreign player. He's not doing particularly well for us. De La Cruz is Peruvian, so there is potential there to, I'd rather have De La Cruz basically and then sign a better foreign player if we can, than Cantoro. What are we going to do here? looks like it's another Sporting Cristal highlight. Avocados sort of played that, tried to clear it, and just played it off the attacker there. Can we get a foot in here? Oh, good pressure, but not quite. That's a decent effort, wasn't it? That's a cracking save from Acosta. If that was on target, he's outdone himself there. Let's try show some passion here, boys. Come on, it's a derby after all. Look at the people in these stands. They didn't come here to watch us lose. And that nothing really comes of. Let's go very attacking. Let's be more expressive now. Should we play for? Let's play for set pieces. I'm thinking we might even look to put this on more often. And we'll go the high line. And we'll just... We've got nothing to lose at this point, do we? We've made our 3 subs, so there's nothing we can do there. Let's push forwards. Is there anything in this game for us? I think we've been a little bit unlucky, if I'm honest. It's been an even game. It's one of those where I think a draw would have been fair. But we've won a couple of games in the past where draws would have been fair, so we can't complain too much. But yeah, the episode kind of went downhill after we went 3-1 up, didn't it? There was nothing really happened after that. I can't fault you. It was just one of those days. Acosta's let us down a little bit on the goal, hasn't he? But otherwise, we lose ground in race to qualify. Qualify for what? I don't know. I'm going to say here, probably, is it South American football? Is it the playoffs? I don't know. I don't think there's playoffs. Well, there is. I think there's like a winner of the apertura or the opening stage plays the loser, or the winner, I should say, of the closing stage or the clausura. So there we go. We're sort of drifting back into mid-table all of a sudden here, aren't we? 7 games played. Still only 4 points off top though, so it's not panic stations just yet. And I think, let me know what you think in the comments. I think there's signs there that there is a decent team. We just need to all play well at the same time consistently. And not concede 3 goals. Look at that. We were 3-1 up. That was really disappointing, that one. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please do subscribe. And make sure you ring the bell so you know when I'm uploading new episodes. We will be back tomorrow. We will come back for... What if we come back for Alianza Lima? And this is top of the table. And we've beaten them twice. So we'll do that. We'll come back for Alianza Lima, which is another derby, and Union Comercial. Then we'll be sort of getting towards the end at that point of the opening stage. And we'll be able to see, where we're at kind of thing. And that, I think August 1st is when when the transfer window opens? I'm pretty sure it opens up around it would probably be at the end of this tournament thing, wouldn't it? Where are we here? League registration, August 1st is when we can register players. So maybe we can sign a transfer window. August 1st. So yeah, the transfer window will open then. It's a strange time to open the transfer window, isn't it? So the transfer window will open during next episode, and we'll have a look at what we can and cannot do. One thing that has happened actually on the transfer front is we did get rid of Edison Chavez. He was on $1,000 a week, 1.1 or 1,100 a week, so we got rid of him for free, just get his wages off the books. We did sign a replacement, so not a replacement, but a left winger, just 250 a week, a bit of a backup for Cosio. We can't register him till August 1st, but he's in the club training, and I think he's going to be fine. One thing we did do, and I'm rambling on the end of the episode here, is we did re-sign all our players that are sort of 3.5, 4-star potential. So they've all been signed to new contracts. But anyway, guys, I'm rambling on, as I said. I'll be back tomorrow for the Derby and Union Comercial. Until then, take care.